All right. Oh, hey everyone. All right. So I'm going to wait a little bit for everyone to show up, but I'm so excited for this. Oh my God, you guys. All right. Let's see. All right. If you're here, say hi so I can know that you're here. So we're going to wait a little bit more for some more people to show up. Um, let's see. Okay. Make sure you guys share this to whatever social media platforms you may be a part of. I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but I actually deleted my StariAri Ruiz page a long time ago. Okay, like I think months ago. Um, but I think it was last week that I was like kind of like told by my guides that Facebook is going to have a really bad dive soon, meaning that a lot of people are going to have a massive exodus off of Facebook because there's actually different types of social media platforms that are kind of similar to Facebook that are gaining in population right now, and so people are moving to those platforms because they're not being censored as much as Facebook, because Facebook likes to put people in Facebook jail, and if you share something that they don't agree with, it gets fact checked and things like that. So there's a lot of esoteric knowledge as well as pseudoscience that has been, taken down and removed from Facebook like randomly. So I had enough of that. And I'm sure you guys are feeling that frustration too. And of course, all that toxicity that comes with Facebook in itself. It's really important for us to move on. Okay. And that's what my guys told me. They're like, okay, it's time for you to move on, get your energy out of there. Hopefully everybody else will start moving on too and get their energy out of there so that good old Zuckerberg can realize what he's really doing. Okay. So anyway, that's why I deleted the rest of my business page last week, because I was just tired of supporting something like that is going to silence a high majority of light workers, spiritual people, those who want alternative medicines to prevail over what we are being fed in the mainstream, which is addictive and which is dangerous as well. I'm not saying everything is dangerous or addictive. I'm just saying the stuff that we're being told is supposed to, be healthy for us usually isn't. Okay. So it does depend on you as well as an individual. But yeah, so that's why I was like, yeah, I'm not supporting this anymore. I got rid of Instagram as well because it is affiliated with Facebook, and WhatsApp is affiliated with Facebook too. So I got rid of that. So I know YouTube is heading down that road too. So I'm looking at different platforms that do streaming like this so that I can start moving like a lot of my videos from YouTube to those platforms instead. So again, we got to make sure that we, get our energy out of there, because as soon as all the light workers, as soon as all of the spiritual teachers, enlightened ones, as you can say, move their energy from a platform, that's when everything collapses. And that's what I've noticed too. It's like as soon as I say I'm done with something, it starts to get really bad. And so I'm just letting you guys know, get out of there if you can. Okay. Yeah. So and it's funny because a lot of people have been having, just like you, Brown Brujita, a lot of people have been feeling that way too. Like Facebook's taking a hard dive soon. And it's been since like early 2000, I think 2018, where I was feeling like that I got to get out of here, but I ignored that feeling. And now I'm just like, okay, I'm overwhelmed. So I got to leave. But yeah, so that's what it is, you guys. It's up to you what you're being guided to do the right thing for you. But this is actually the right thing for me, because as soon as I close that door with Facebook, all of this beautiful abundance and prosperity happened to me. Like even like with my grad school application, like they were like, oh yeah, all you just need to do is submit this one more thing and then we'll review it right away. And I was like, wow, okay. Like it just opened up. The application just opened up to sign up for it last week. And as soon as I closed Facebook down, I got that message and I'm like, oh, good. But yeah, so anyway, you guys, I do highly recommend that you guys, follow your intuition when it comes to these things, and just you give yourself a break, too, because I feel so much better. I feel so much lighter. And I feel like I could definitely concentrate on you guys here, on my clients, and then of course do more creative things like make more jewelry and things like that too. But yeah, so thank you everyone who purchased jewelry and other items from my website. I I need to restock. I'm out of stock of a lot of things, and I so appreciate that. Thank you. That's how it's supposed to be. Like gotta restock. So thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate you guys who purchased right away when I made those videos on YouTube. And I do need to start redoing some more jewelry, and that's a perfect time right now because of the Piscean full moon is coming in. And so I'm going to start working on that tonight and then let them out on the Pisces full moon so they could get that energy. So it's going to be perfect timing for that restock to happen. But yeah, so if you guys, I do still have some items. I still have this Archangel Uriel bracelet. If you guys can see, it is red tiger's eye. It's really grounding and it's really peaceful, harmonic energy that helps you with your path, like on your humanitarian path. Humanitarianism is you taking your time to assist others here. So healers, energy workers, things like that. And so that's like the perfect bracelet for you guys to make the path clear and make you more grounded in that path too. Okay. So that's what I am doing. This week, I am working on more bracelets. I promise you guys. Oh my God. And then I made this wonderful mala for this beautiful soul. Oh my God. It was so intense and beautiful. It was, and I'm not going to say what's made out of because it's a surprise for her. But it's like this little, I'll show you like this little fragrance thing. So it's like one of these, right? And so this is a fragrance bottle and you could put essential oils in it. It's pretty cool. Look. And so this one is actually made out of smoky quartz. And then I had two other ones, rose quartz and amethyst. And so I made a mala for her based on that, on her energy. And I picked like the best stones for her. It was so beautiful yesterday. I was like, oh, this is so great. But yeah, you guys, I think this is like a wonderful time for you because of the Piscean full moon to be creative, because Pisces is a very artistic sign as well as very psychic and intuitive and compassionate. So it's like your abilities are heightened right now because of that Piscean energy. You can see beyond the veil, but be mindful of any illusions. Okay. So this is one thing that my guides told me. They're like, make sure that people are grounded in this full moon because it does tend to whisk you away, it tends to like pull you away from, reality sometimes. And so it's really, really important to be mindful of that, be mindful of your thoughts too, because if your thoughts are going into the negative route, make sure you pull yourself back into more positive thoughts, like just kind of like write down why you're feeling that way and things like that. So I would highly recommend journaling. Journaling will be really, really important for you to do at this time, because then you start to kind of like track where your thoughts are going, especially if they're going into a negative space. And then it does lead you to any type of emotion that is still lingering from whatever thought that actually popped in. Okay, so it might be something from the past, something that you might need to analyze later on. Okay, because we're still in Virgo season. Virgo season is all about analysis as well as about deep healing when it comes to analyzing and knowing where you're at in your life. But also don't forget being grateful. Being in gratitude is really important for manifesting your desires. So being grateful for the lessons that you learned, being grateful for what you have, right now, and then being grateful for the future that you're creating as well. So that's really important for anybody who's trying to do a full moon ritual. Make sure you are in gratitude. Make sure you are in the present moment, meaning that you speak as if you already have what it is that you're asking the universe for. Okay, so that is really, really important. And I do want to tell you guys a little bit of tips. Like if you don't have a sacred space in your house, I would highly recommend that you do make one. You can make a little quick one, like at the corner of your room somewhere, or a little like altar, things like that. And all you need is the 4 elements like that are represented, and as well as any type of deity or any type of like, whoever it is that you want to work with at that time. Okay. And I'll show you something real quick. Like I have something really right here. This is my cute little altar. So let me show you how this looks. I know this camera, it detaches. All right. So here we go. So this is my altar. So I'm working with Lakshmi right now. And Lakshmi is the goddess of abundance and prosperity. And then I kind of gave her a little bit of like a little bit of like a thank you for all the help. She guided me on what she wanted. These little beads are actual emerald beads. And this is malachite with rose petals and lavender. And of course, for you guys, use these bay leaves for manifestation. It's really important for you guys to do these. I usually burn these after the full moon. So like at the end of the Piscean full moon, like maybe like around midnight, I burn these and I let them go out into the universe. And then of course I have my little crystals and my seraphim guide, who is Archangel Kamael. And then that's how I make my little altar, like it's a little quick one. And you guys can do that at home too. You don't need too much, you don't need that much to do an altar. And then of course I have my candle over here, and I do have a little bit of like salt to represent the earth and things like that. So it could just be something quick, like maybe you have incense instead of a candle, and that's perfectly fine. Maybe you could get like a butter knife instead of fire, so it's perfectly fine. A knife, anything like that can help. Okay. As well as like seashells or sand to represent water, or you can have like a cup of water. Okay. So it doesn't matter. You don't have to go out and buy these things. You can just get them from your kitchen. All right. So as long as you have it, as long as you feel guided to use certain items, then it's perfectly fine. It doesn't have to be exactly like mine. It's unique to you. Okay. So that's exactly what I recommend for any lunar rituals, anything like that. I really, really recommend that you guys definitely work with the lunar energies because they are so powerful. The divine feminine within all of us is extremely creative energy. So you have to bring it in all the time. Okay. And then of course the divine masculine with all of us is about taking action and being propelled to that through the divine feminine. So you have to take action on what you want to. You can't just be like, I'm just gonna ask and not do anything. All right. So it's really important that you guys do that too. Okay. All right, so that's what I have. So we're going to go ahead and see who we have for energy work first, and then we'll do the free cards, okay? I miss you too, Kimberly. Hi, Norma. Hi, Lizzie. Okay. Oh, you guys, I'm so happy you guys are all here. Love you guys. So I do want to know if this time works for everyone. If not, let me know, because I think I'm going to move the Mystic Mondays to like the evening. So I'm in Central Standard Time right now. So it is 2 p.m. here. And I know it's Pacific Standard Time is at noon. And then we have Eastern is 3 o'clock. So I think I'm going to push it for next Monday to like, let's see, what would be a proper time? 8 p.m. 8 p.m. My time, which would be like 6 p.m. Pacific and then 9 p.m. Eastern. And so that's kind of cutting it really close to bedtime for Eastern Standard Time people, but I think we'll be fine. So I think that will help, definitely. Kimberly, you're always available. The night works too. Okay, Brittany, thank you. Yeah, I think so too. I think it's because a lot of people were like, oh man, I'm going to miss out. Like I got all these messages like, oh dude, you're doing energy work. I'm going to miss out on it. I got to work. And I'm just like, oops, sorry. Yeah, Lizzie, I know, right? I have time like because my kid's doing schoolwork online and she's starting tomorrow. So I was like, oh my God, I can't do it like in the middle of the day because I have to help her if she has questions, I have to be available for her. And so I was like, I got to push it back. I got to push it back after 3 p.m. my time. So I was thinking, maybe in the evening for you guys too. That works for you, Norma? Cool. Oh my God. Oh, nice, Sarah. It's 2010. Okay. Nice. It's not that bad. That means you're gonna miss out on if I go later, huh? Jeez. I'm trying to be like accommodating for everybody. But I think I'll do it. Okay, so 1 week I'll do it like around this time. And then next week I'll do it in the evening. And then the next week after that, I'll do it around this time too. How's that work? I think that'll be fine. Like jumping up and down like that. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. Norma, you're my first one for energy work, and then it is Maxine, and then it's Brittany, okay? And if you guys missed out on purchasing for this time, don't worry. Next week, I'll have that open for you guys, okay? And so I'll get you guys done next week. Lizzie, I am a Pisces moon, so this is like the perfect time for me. I'm like all Pisces moon right now, all creative and stuff. Kimberly. I did so I do have it like on like I think on my readings for this recorded readings for this week. I do have it on there. Information about Mystic Mondays. So you probably missed it. I did talk a lot at the beginning of each video, and I apologize for that. I was trying to like hurry up and like give you guys more information about the bracelets and things like that. And I'm just like, oh my God, don't forget Mystic Mondays. Thank you, Lizzie. All right, so Norma, we're going to go ahead and start with you. So what I want you to do is create a circle of protection around you, bringing the elements as well as all of your healing guides and your higher self. And then I'm going to go ahead and begin when you are ready, okay? I already have a circle of protection around everyone who is observing as well as individually, okay? So that we know that we're not interfering with each other's energies. And then, of course, my medicine wheel is already established and things like that. So just let me know when you're ready, Norma, okay? And we'll do yours. Okay, Kimmy. You know what's funny? And this is kind of like TMI, but I got my period. So I am always linked with the full moon. And so I was just like, oh my God, the full moon's starting already. Like we're right now it's Aquarius, but it's at 98%. And so I was just like, I feel like I'm gonna get my period because full moon's energy is already pulling at me. And so I'm just like, yep. As soon as I woke up this morning, I was like, yep, I knew it. So I'm always linked with the full moon. It's either one or two. So it's either like the full moon or the waning gibbous. I'm always linked with like the actual like full moon or like the mother energy or the crone energy. So it really does depend. You're ready? Asa. Kimberly. You're like, yay. Okay, Norma. So we're going to go ahead and begin your energy healing. Okay, so Archangel Michael showed up real quick. He's right behind you. He's saying that he's going to provide you his shield. Okay, so it feels like there is a lot of energy surrounding you, like other people's energy. There is like a lot of like brightness that I see, like really intense solar plexus energy, as well as I feel there is a lot of like throat, as well as your third eye is really active. I'm also seeing what looks like a sword. So you are definitely stepping into the Queen of Swords energy, like really direct energy, as well as highly intelligent, like evaluating a lot of what your interactions are with other people too. So there is a lot of earth as well as water energy around you. I keep hearing typhoid. Like possibly there's something going on with that around your environment, not necessarily you, but someone, like it seems like a disease, something like similar to like that going on in the environment, not necessarily you but nearby. It's kind of like I keep hearing like there is like a similar type of energy like that can not be traced. And of course, as the corona is kind of like, but it feels like it's like flu season's coming in and everybody's feeling it, but there's a combination. Okay, a combination flu. It could be that it's a corona, but it has typhoid like symptoms. I keep hearing that. I don't know why, but be careful. Okay, be careful. Do what you need to do to protect yourself and your family. Kind of like make sure that you are not around people who are sick. Make sure that you are constantly clearing your space. So any type of like antimicrobial, antibacterial, or antiviral medicines will help, especially for preventive care. So taking vitamins, taking these things, even with herbal medicines, I would highly recommend that too, because he's showing kind of like a needing for shielding until your physical body gets kind of like stronger, your immune system gets stronger. Okay, and then the same for your kids, making sure that they're actually taking precautions, building up their immunity. Okay. Oh, I'm not sure if, because one of your guides is like, I'm not sure if you're gonna take that corona immunization. Just be mindful of how it interacts with you. Okay, if you're gonna take it, make sure you're shielded. Make sure that you clear the energy, of the actual immunization too. Make sure that you are strong enough when that is injected, okay? Because he's kind of leading towards that, like make sure that you are prepared because it does have flu-like symptoms, okay, when you take it. Like fever, things like that. And that's what he's saying. So be mindful of that. Okay. So it's like he's kind of helping you build up that immunity if you're going to take it, if your kids are going to take it. Okay. Yeah, so that's all I'm being told. So we're going to go ahead and clear your chakras first and then your auric field and your meridians. Okay, so go ahead and breathe in deeply. Exhale slowly. We're going to start at the root chakra. We're bringing in energy. Imagine a beautiful red light beaming in all through your body, going into your root, moving into the root, cleansing and clearing, and then grounding all the way down into the heart of the mother. Now we're going to move into the sacral. Imagine a beautiful orange light coming in through your body, into the sacral, cleansing and clearing, and then grounding it all the way into the mother. Moving on to your solar, bringing in a beautiful yellow light all through your body, cleansing and clearing your solar, moving it all the way down into the mother. Bringing in the energy for your heart, emerald green. Imagine it coming into your body, into your heart, cleansing and clearing and grounding it all the way down into the mother. Moving on up to the throat. Imagine a baby blue color coming into your body, into your throat, cleansing and clearing, and moving it all the way down into the mother. Moving on up to the third eye. Imagine a beautiful indigo color coming into your body, going into your third eye, cleansing and clearing, and moving it all the way down into the mother. Moving on up to the crown, a beautiful amethyst color, bringing it into your body, into the crown, cleansing and clearing, moving it all the way down into the mother. Now we're bringing in white light from Creator, bringing it through the meridians, the center of your body from the top of your head all the way down to the bottom of your toes, and flushing. Now bringing it more in through your hands, all the way out, back of your body, flushing all the way down into the mother. Now bringing in a vortex of rainbow light, swirling it around your auric field, cleansing and clearing your aura, repairing it, and grounding all the way down into the mother. Archangel Michael is stepping in, and he is giving you his sword and his shield, placing it into the heart space, and activate it whenever you desire. All right, Norma, we're going to go ahead and cleanse and clear and disconnect and ground. All right, Norma. So that's all I have for you. So yeah, so just be mindful of that. I think what he was really explaining, and this is just, everybody's going to react differently for the immunization. Like, it's going to be different based on, your potential for healing, as well as how prepared you are for something like that to come into your body. So it's really important for us to all of us to build up our immune system through healthy eating, through exercise, through taking in like anything that's preventive, like any antiviral, any anti disease, things like that, like plant medicines, things like that, so that we can prepare our immunity, especially if you're working in a field where you're kind of being forced to take it. I know kids are going to be forced to take it in order for them to go back to school in some states. So I would highly recommend, if you have little ones, to start doing that. And before you go to the doctor, bring in clearing energy. Like, I would recommend like the transmutative energies of the violet flame to transmute anything negative in that immunization. And then after you're done, clear the babies too. Like, after they get it, clear their space and energy to help them out, removing anything that is not, that doesn't belong. Okay. So that's what I would recommend, because I do that all the time with my kid. Like, if she had to take some immunizations for school, like I think 2 years ago. And so I made sure that I cleared everything before, and then I told her how to do it too. And we both sat down and we cleared anything harmful, things like that. And she was fine. Like, I thought she was going to get sick, because people are always saying, oh, she's going to have, flu-like symptoms afterwards and things like that. She didn't get sick at all. So she definitely healed, was able to remove anything from herself. So yeah, so I highly recommend that, you guys. It's really important that we continue our healing work, even when it comes to things like that. Okay. You're welcome, Ruby. But yeah, so I know there's some states that are doing it a mandatory, or it's going to be like mandatory vaccinations for kids with the coronavirus thing, in order for them to come back to school or something like that. So just be mindful of that. Okay. Okay. So next one is Maxine. Let me see if Maxine is here. Oh, you just finished out Narma online kindergarten. I don't know how they do it for little kids like that, like kindergarten online. I'll be like, uh my kid can't concentrate. Like, why am I here? There you are, Maxine. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do yours. Go ahead and do a circle protection and bringing the 4 elements, as well as your healing guides and your higher self, and let me know when you're ready. Okay. You're welcome, Norma. You're ready? All right, Maxine. So we're going to go ahead and begin with yours. Okay, so I see Zadkiel hanging around your energy field. So he is the beautiful violet flame archangel. So he is the keeper of the violet flame, transmutation, alchemizing it, any type of negative energies into positive light. So he's hanging around. Okay. He's funny. So he's hanging around your field because, like, you should see him. He's like swirling around, making sure that you're okay, because there's a lot of negativity that you have to, every time you go out anywhere, there's like intense negativity because of like what's going on in the world and things like that. And so because you are really like transmuting, you're a healer, you transmute energy right away, like even subconsciously you do it. um he's like, I'm just gonna help you out a little bit so that we go ahead and transmute the energy before it goes into you, okay? So that you can be at peace, so that you won't be stressed out over, other people's energies trying to be transmuted without you consciously knowing, okay? So it feels like you finally were like, you know what, I want to consciously do this. I don't want it to happen subconsciously. I want to know consciously when someone's trying to send me their energy for transmutation, because it's not my job. So you're like consciously now aware of like people's energies and when they're being sent to you for transmutation. And so that it kind of alleviates that stress, as well as it alleviates the draining aspect of daily life too, like because it does drain you, especially if you're not conscious about it, where if you're hanging out with someone who's always having issues, who's always having a sob story, things like that, or always telling you their problems, things like that, it does drain. Okay, it does drain your energy field, because again, you are kind of like transmuting that stuff for them, and so they feel all like relieved after they like pretty much dump everything on you. And you're just like, oh, I'm exhausted with this person. So Zadkiel is like, I'm just helping you out. And so that doesn't happen too often, okay? So we're going to go ahead and clear your chakras first, and then your meridians, and then your energy field. And we'll see what Zadkiel has to say even more afterwards, okay? So go ahead and breathe in deeply. Exhale slowly. We're going to start. We're seeing the sacral is really active. So I'm going to start there, okay? Because Zadkiel keeps pointing at it first. So this is relationships with others, okay? This is how you have a relationship with others and yourself, okay? So we're going to go ahead and start there. So just imagine a beautiful orange light coming in all the way from the top of your crown into your entire body, moving into your sacral space, cleansing and clearing it, and then moving it down and grounding it into the heart of the mother. And then he's pointing out the hands. So we're going to do that after when we do the meridians. Okay, so we're going to move on to the root. Imagine a red, beautiful light coming in from the top of your crown, moving through your body, down into your root, cleansing and clearing and grounding all the way into the mother. Moving on to the solar, yellow energy coming in, top of your crown, moving it down into your solar, cleansing and clearing, and then grounding that into the mother. Throat, beautiful baby blue color coming in through your crown, cleansing and clearing, and grounding that into the mother. Now for your heart space, he's looking at two colors, and he's saying an emerald as well as a pink. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to first come in with the emerald color. So looking at that, coming in through the top of your crown into your heart space, cleansing and clearing, and then grounding. And now the pink coming in. And that one's going to remain in there, kind of like a swirling emerald and pink. Okay. And that's for self-compassion. He says, have compassion for yourself. Now we're moving on to the third eye. And this one's going to be a indigo color. Cleanse and clear and ground. Moving into the crown, this is going to be an amethyst color. Cleanse and clear and then ground. All right, so for your meridians, he is choosing like a golden ray color. So gold Christ consciousness energy through the meridians, okay? So we're gonna start from the top of your head to the bottoms of your feet, flushing the front of your body first. And then we're gonna go to the arms and the hands. Here, he's kind of swirling the vortexes in your hands and your fingertips, clearing those out. And ground. And then the back of your body. Grounding. And then he is bringing in the violet flame for your auric field. Vortex of violet energy around your aura, cleansing and clearing, repairing, and grounding. All right, Maxine, we're going to cleanse and clearing and disconnect and ground. Okay, so Maxine, he was saying it is super important for you to use your abilities, especially with yourself. As soon as you feel like when you come back home from interacting with like social interactions, things like that, especially like at home too, as soon as you feel like super drained or exhausted, do one or two things. You could go outside and ground and just do a quick, like kind of like energetic clearing with the violet flame. Or you could go ahead and take a quick shower and just have the water cleanse you and purify your energy field, okay? And yourself, of course, because it is really intense. It feels like you in particularly are getting super sensitive. And it's really intense now that you are being activated. Like your hands are really active, like your healing hands are really active. And so they're asking you to do more work with your self-healing, using your healing hands. And then if you so choose to, begin healing work on others, okay? And it could start with your family and then friends, and then from there expand into, taking on clients, things like that. So it's really important for you to do this because it's kind of like they're kind of prompting you to it because of the interactions that you're having. It's like you're getting more sensitive. Okay, so that's what Zadkiel was explaining. Yeah, you can definitely feel it. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Maxine. And that's because you're highly activated as an energy healer and you are being prompted to do more of that work for yourself. And then when you are ready to do it for other people. Oh, you work at the hospital. That makes sense. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of intensity, like intense, dense energy in the hospitals. Yep. Especially because of the fear that's going on right now. You're welcome, Maxine. Yeah. Yep. I used to work at a nursing home. And so oh my God, I think that was like the most intense year that I that I've worked anywhere, because I was just always so drained. And then so I would always throw violet flame before I got there at like at the beginning of shift. And then I would always continue, like every time I had like a little quick like break, I'll just transmute, and then just keep transmuting and transmuting, because I was just like, I feel so exhausted all the time that I'm here, and everybody's so negative, and things like that. Like the residents were more positive, and then like the nursing staff and CNAs, because I was a medication aide, so I helped out the nurses with medicines and stuff like that, and I would always feel like, oh my god, dude, like. So yeah, I understand. Okay, so next one is Brittany, and that's an energy healing as well. And then I'm gonna extend the free card after Brittany. So just gonna add a little bit more minutes on here so that I could get everyone that has been on here for a while. So I could give you guys a free card pool. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, Kimmy. Yep. And it's so funny because it was a combination home. It was like a nursing home as well as a mental ward, so to speak, because we had schizophrenic patients that were really young, and so I was always the one called. Like the nurses were afraid, as well as the CNAs were afraid to talk to them when they had their episodes. So they're always like, Ari, you have a way with them. And I was like, yeah, because I'm crazy too. No, but they were always call me and just like, can you help? Can you help? You know, and I'm just like, okay, I'll go check on them. And so, um, what we were taught is just don't be contradictory to what they're going through, because you're trying to de-escalate the situation, right? And so it was always shouting in the middle of the night. There was always like it was only me on the floor, and so I used to work midnight and sometimes swing shift, which is like second shift. And so they would always act up as soon as the sun would go down. And so I would always be the one like, hey, go, talk to them. And so it was really intense energy all the time. And so I would always go over there and just be like, what's going on? What's going on? Like all like surprised, like, cause they were like freaking out because they were seeing things or whatever. And then I'm just like, where are they? Where are they? Tell me where they're at. And then they'll point, and then I'll go over there so they could see me that I'm going over there and confronting, whatever they were seeing. And I'll like say like, I'm calling the police if you don't leave right now, like things like that. And so they would like be like, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you, and then they'll be calm for the rest of the night. But yeah, it was always me because everybody else was afraid of them, because they were known, unfortunately, to lash out physically. And so it was really important for people to understand that if you're going out there with that fear mentality that something bad's going to happen to you, then guess what's going to happen? Like they know, they're sensitive people, they know people's energy too. And so it kind of boggles my mind when people go over there like, I'm afraid, well, just stop being afraid, just help them out. And so I would always do that. So it was a combination. So the energy was always intense in the nursing home that I worked at. So yeah. So I've always been fascinated with that. And so that's why when I'm going, like my sole purpose for working is going to like for in psych as a doctor of psychology is going to be working with patients like that, as well as having a private practice for like, I really want to work with children that have autism. And then of course with, schizophrenic people. And so I really want to work with them. And that's what my sole purpose is going to be, is to work with them, trying to help them understand, or trying to help their families understand them better, because it's not about us trying to understand them or trying to reform them. It's about us trying to help the family not push them too hard, and understand that they have different needs and at different levels, and so it does. And because after that nursing home, I worked in a elementary school for special needs kids, and it was autistic kids. And so it was really fascinating to understand that, they see things differently than we do. We just need to realize that they don't need to conform to our world or standards. We need to open ourselves up to understanding there's different points of views. Okay, so that's how I always under like try to figure things out like that. Yay, Maxine! Yay! That's awesome. Brittany, you're next. So I want you to go ahead and do your circle protection, and then let me know when you are ready. So bring in the four elements, your healing guides, and your higher self. Okay, let me know when you're ready. Yes, Kimberly, it is like a bomb exploding. It really is. Like I saw the difference. Like if when I didn't go when I didn't go and help them out and somebody else did, it was always a freaking catastrophe. Like someone got punched, oh, someone got shoved, someone got almost bitten, things like that. I was just like, oh my God, dude. Yes, Maxine, see, you are a healer. I do too. I'm like always have like that touch with them. They're always like, I like you. I'm like, I know because I could see things like you do. So, Brittany, let me know when you are ready. Lizzie, yeah, dude, I wouldn't go into casinos. I don't win anything. I'm just like, should I save my money or should I not? I don't like them either. Like the energy's weird in there too. Hmm. Okay, just waiting for Brittany to reply. I might not see her. You guys see her saying that she's ready yet? Hmm. Brittany, 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 are you here? Hmm. I wonder. Oh, she hasn't replied. I was like, where is she? Brittany, you're already starting without me. She's like, I'm already high. Like, I'm already out there. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and catch up to you. She's like already like astral, and I'm like, where is she? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and catch up. Let's see what's going on. Girl, you way out there already. Okay, so I see some Lyrans coming in. I see two of them, females. One looks like a leopard, and the other one looks like a lioness. So they're kind of like surrounding your energy field, right outside of it, and they're kind of like in armor. It looks like suits of armor, and they're like protecting. I see Michael, and then I see Gabriel too. They're just like circling your energy field. Yeah, you're already way open. Okay, so let's see. Ooh, is that okay? So that it looks like an owl is like your energy field is shaping like out like to be like an owl looking thing, like a totem, a animal totem, and it's like a white one with like glittery wings and gold, like gold glittery wings. He keeps repeating wisdom from within. Okay. So he's coming from your throat area, between the throat and the heart space. So let's look at your energy field and your chakras. Okay, so what I'm looking at is they're showing your nervous system, like they're showing like the sparks of your nerve endings and things like that, with the electric sparks and stuff like that, because we have that running through our nerves. They're showing the connection through your physical body and your spirit body, and how sensitive you really are. Like you in before your mind processes anything, your body is already processing it. Okay, so there seems to be a questioning that you're still doing about your intuition. Okay, and so he's kind of showing it's like the wisdom is within, meaning that just trust yourself more. And it's really difficult to do that when you haven't done you haven't had time to do a lot of intuitive work for yourself. So he understands. Okay, let me see what else. So they're showing, so yeah, they're showing that the nervous system, and then they're showing like the kind of like the barrier or boundary between the spirit and the physical, and that you have had for a while. Just a little bit of nervousness. That's what he's saying. It's just a little bit of nervousness. It's a little bit of doubting if you're right. So he's asking you, he's like this old wise owl. He's like, so how do we remove doubt? And then here comes Archangel Michael's like, through action. he's like through doing. Okay, so through practice. Okay, so muscle memory, building that muscle up, building your intuition up. Okay, so they really want you to start like doing that more with yourself first. Like I think, I'm not sure if you have a journal where you write down, if you have like your tarot or oracle cards, and you pull one for yourself daily or not, but you should start if you haven't done so, and write down what the card is. So you could just be like, I pulled the Queen of Wands. And then what intuitively do you feel that message to the Queen of Wands is? Okay. And then write it down. And don't doubt it. Don't doubt yourself on what the message is. Just write it down. Okay. Just go with the flow. All right. That's how intuition works. You just allow it to happen. And then the more that you do that daily, the more you're building your confidence as well as your intuitive muscles are being strengthened. Okay. And so that's what your owl guide wants you to know, is that that is how we remove any barrier or boundary that we may have between the spirit and the physical. Okay. And we connect completely and we come whole again. Okay. All right. So we're going to work on your chakras now. So we're going to start at the root. So go ahead and imagine a beautiful red light coming in through the crown, all the way through your body into the root, cleansing and clearing and grounding. Now we're going to look at the sacral. So bring in some beautiful orange energy all the way through the sacral, cleansing and clearing and grounding. Moving on to the solar, a beautiful yellow light, bringing it in, cleansing and clearing and grounding. Going into the heart, a beautiful emerald light, cleansing and clearing and grounding. In between your heart and your throat, he is pointing at a white and gold energy. So he wants that white and gold light. So this is kind of like the Mahatma combined with the Christ consciousness energy. And so go ahead and bring it in. Put it in between, because that's your bridger. The bridger between the spirit and the material. All right. And ground it. Now we're going to go ahead and bring in a baby blue light for your throat. Cleansing and clearing. And then grounding. Bringing in beautiful indigo color for your third eye. Cleansing and clearing and grounding. Bringing in amethyst for your crown. Cleansing and clearing and grounding. All right, so the Mahatma energy is in between. That's your bridge connector to the spirit and the physical. Okay, so we're bringing in, let's look at, okay, so there is this Lyran energy that wants to work with your meridians and your auric field. So this looks like a red fiery energy. So go ahead and bring it in. Top of the crown through the meridians in the middle of your body, all the way down to your feet. Grounding through your arms, out through the fingertips, grounding. Bringing it in back of your body. Grounding. And then the vortex, cleansing and clearing your auric field, repairing it, and grounding. Okay, Brittany, we're going to go ahead and cleanse and clear and disconnect, ground the rest of the way. All right, so so you have a lot of throat stuff that came up too, because I was like trying to like clear that as well. So this is a disconnection between the heart and the throat. So speaking the truth as well as your wisdom. And it's like your intuition is leading the wisdom that speaks out from, your words, and in your heart, the knowing, okay, compassion, the intuition that you really know within your heart. Okay. And so, Your owl totem was kind of like, she has all this wisdom, and it's time for her to share it. It's time for her to work through and build up her intuition even more. Daily practices will really be beneficial. Writing down in your journal, like I said, just go with it. Like whatever you think the card represents, it doesn't matter what the book says. And I always say this to people: don't read the book. Especially for oracle cards. Like, don't care, no, whatever, that's their interpretation. Yes, they created the cards, and yes, they're interpreting the energy or whatever, but you intuitively have your own interpretation. Okay, and so don't read the book. Whatever the card looks like, just say, okay, this is for me. This is what it means for me. And that's how you work with your intuition too. Okay. And so write it down. But for tarot, yes, there's a lot of rules for tarot. But again, if it's an oracle card deck, I would just intuitively just be like, okay, this color represents this to me, that symbol represents this to me, and things like that. Just write it down, okay? And so that it works with your intuition. And so usually when you do it that way and you go back to read the book, you can see that you're actually on the dot when it comes to their interpretation too. Like you're like, oh, it's the same thing. That's how I work with that. I'm just like, I don't care what they say. I'm going to do it my way. Your throat is whack lately. Yeah, I was like, oh God, I'm like, yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, the astrology oracles. All right, you guys. So we're gonna go ahead and do the one card pulls. Let's see who my first victim is. Just kidding. I'm kidding, you guys. All right, who wants a card? Everybody's like, what? Thanks, Lizzie. Love you too. Okay, Lizzie, let's go ahead and do one for you. All right, let's see what your higher self, which one she wants you to have. Ascended Masters. Okay, so the Ascended Master deck. Let's see. And this one's the old one from Doreen Virtue. There's other ones, other Ascended Master decks, which I haven't unpacked yet. All right, so this one's a Doreen Virtue one. Let's see which one comes out for you, Lizzie. Ooh, Epona crystal. So this is an earth deity. So crystals, let's see. Okay, so crystal energy, working with crystals. So in my tradition, they're called stone people. And so each stone person has sacred energy that they retain. And so you could access it whenever you talk to them. And you have to be kind of like respectful. You have to can't just pick them up and just be like, hey, it's a stone, and then throw it across the brook. Okay. They have the fae that work with them too. Okay. And so I would definitely talk to them like, hey, stone person, can I hold you? Can you give me any of your wisdom? Okay. And so like this one, for example, just like stone person, give me some of your wisdom. And you just sit with it for a while. And whatever comes up, like I said, intuitively, is the right answer. Okay. Stone people are crystals. They're gemstones. They're also regular stones, gravel, things like that. Okay. They've been on the earth for a very long time. They've seen the rise and collapse of civilizations. They've seen even the dinosaurs, things like that. And so it's really important for us to respect them because they have a lot of knowledge. A lot of people like to, you know, write in energy, and you can definitely do that. But first, ask for permission. Okay. Like, in my tradition, we respect the stone people because they're our grandfathers. They have a lot of wisdom. Okay. And so if they want us to use them for certain energy work, then we definitely can. They'll tell us yes or no, and so things like that. So not, again, they're sentient. Okay. And so for you, Lizzie, they're saying working with crystals, working with stone people is really important because that is how you are able to access a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge from the earth, as well as outer space, because we have a lot of stone people that come from the heavens, like Moldavite, like this one right here. And then, of course, Tektites, like this one, that have a lot of celestial knowledge, a lot of cosmic knowledge. Okay. And so that being said, your guides are like, yes, it's time for you to start accessing the crystal beings and gemstone beings, stone people, wisdom. So this is like a river rock, for example, right here. This is a stone person that's a river rock that I got in Canada. And so it's a lot of wisdom that they retain. Okay. So that's what they want you to know, working with them, accessing their wisdom, and then you using them for different type of energy work too. Okay. So that's what I have for you. Yes, Lizzie, exactly. They are. They're stone people. They have energy around them all the time. Yep. All right. So let's see who else. Let me see who else wants a card. You're welcome. Yes, Brown Brujita. Respect them. If you don't respect them, they're going to trip you. Trip and fall. Or you're like on a nature hike, you're like, ah! Just kidding. That's happened to me a lot. Like, when I wasn't mindful of them, I remember like I would like trip and fall like when I was going on a nature hike. So then I would bring tobacco with me next time and then just lay it on this like on the path where the stone people were, and like, thank you, elders, for all the wisdom and just protect me on my path, and like, so I'll just give them a little bit of tobacco and they'll be happy. Kimberly. All right. Yeah. Well, you have to offer tobacco to the ancestors and to the nature spirits. That's like their fave is sacred tobacco. And so I use my own it's called Nicotiana rustica, which is a Mexican tobacco, or they call it Aztec tobacco. And so I use that, and it smells really good. Like, I don't smoke or anything like that. I just use it for offerings, and so I always have a little pouch with me wherever I travel. So it's like with all my sacred herbs in it and stuff like that, and then of course my little smudge sprays. And so I always have it ready to go just in case, So it's really important to have that. Okay, so let's see. Okay, Kimberly Yancey, you would like a card. So let's see which card deck. Okay, an oracle. Which one? Okay, the Archangel one. All right. So Archangel Oracle for you, Kimberly. Let's see. Ooh. We're talking about going outside and hiking. You have to go outside too, Kimberly. So this is Archangel Jophiel. Okay, so Archangel Jophiel works with the yellow ray, or the Christ consciousness ray, and so she's kind of like the archangel of like beautification as well as wisdom in the Christ consciousness path. Okay, so going outside, getting fresh air, going out in nature, having nature hike, things like that, being one with the mother is really important for you right now, Kimberly, because there's a lot of creativity that comes in when you go out. Okay, so you can start, like, you get like these ideas of like making something with your hands, or even singing, or you know, things like that, drawing, things like that. She's saying it's time to get creative. So I feel like the Piscean full moon is definitely working through you right now. So in order for you to, you know, release a lot of things or even download more information, she's asking you to go outside and get creative, get like connect with nature, and then start like painting, drawing, whatever you want to do, singing, dancing, frolicking, I guess. And so, yeah, so that's what she's asking you to do. So, all right, so let's go ahead. Okay, so that is all I have for you. Yes, frolicking. That's all I have for you, Kimberly. Camping, yep. You go camping, yep. All right, so next one, let's see. After Kimmy, I saw someone. Okay, Brittany, you want a card? Let's see, Brittany. Okay, the Fairy Tarot. Okay, let's see what you get with the phase. Wow, girl. You got a masculine. Okay, so the Emperor energy. So again, remember how Archangel Michael is like, take action. So it feels like you're stepping into the Emperor energy, and you're being asked to have a structural, kind of like building a sound structure for something that for your future, pretty much. Okay, so right now you're working on that foundation, and then from there it's going to increase your future success. So that's how you build your empire, from the ground up. And so taking action on what it really is that you want to do with the rest of your life, possibly going, I keep hearing going back to school, getting certified in something, and then from there increasing that knowledge. Okay, that knowledge base. That's what they say. It's like a knowledge base that you're building off of, because you're going to step into a role that you probably haven't stepped in, and you really are kind of nervous about. So it's kind of like a leadership role that they want you to know that you're ready for. It's kind of like your energy is no longer like, I would say you're no longer meshing with just being on the sidelines. Like you're wanting to make sure that things are being taken care of. And in order for things to be taken care of in the way that you think are the right ways, you have to start, or you have to actually have a leadership role, or be your own boss, or have the voice to dictate what is what. Okay. And so that being said, the emperor energy is here for you to work that way. Okay. And so that's exactly what they want you. Sorry, let me just go ahead. What is okay? Okay, here we go. So that's what they want you to definitely do. Okay. Oh, your man's coming. You're your own man right now, Emperor. They're like, you're your own man right now. So you got to definitely trust your intuition, trust where you're going, and work towards what it is that you really want to accomplish. Okay. So they're really, really wanting you to do that. All right. Yep. Okay. All right. So you guys, the one card pulls are just channeled. I don't take questions. And that's how it works here. Okay. All right. So where is the other one? It goes Brown Brujita. I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for you, Brown Brujita. Let's see. Okay, so I got the tarot again for you. And this one is the fairies again. Ooh, okay. You got the Five of Autumn, which is the equivalent of the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so for this one in particular, they're kind of showing like a need for you to definitely assist others, as well as kind of like what it is like feeling like the abundance does not flowing as much as you would like it to be, like prosperity, like money, stuff like that. They're kind of like asking you to really look at that. If you have any issues, to reach out to people like that are trustworthy, and that they can help you with things like that. Okay, so it doesn't hurt to ask. I know sometimes it can be difficult because you're just like, I don't want people to know like, that I need help, because you're so busy helping everyone else. They're like, it's time for you to ask. It's time for you to instead of helping everyone else, time for yourself to open up to receive assistance too. It's really important for that flow to happen, for that balancing act to happen between you and others. It's like you're continuously helping people, continuously doing everything for everyone, and yet you're not asking for anything in return. And that it doesn't mean it's like you're doing it for selfish reasons. No, it just means that you have the potential to ask, and people are willing to assist you because you've assisted them for a very long time. And so, yes, this is really important for you to do, to open yourself up to asking for help. And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. You're not a failure. You're not, a burden. Don't think that way. Okay. And your guides are like, stop thinking that way. Just ask for help. Okay. And so that's what they want you to know. All right. So it has to continue. That flow needs to come in and out. All right. The give and take needs to be equalized and balanced. Okay. You're welcome, Brittany. You're welcome, Lizzie. Have a happy Pisces full moon to you too. Yes. Okay. Yeah. And so that will be something that you can work on through this Piscean full moon, where just set up an altar for yourself. It could be something real quick where you just where you write it down on your a sheet of paper, like you're like if as if you're already financially independent. Okay, so say thank you so much, creator, for helping me in the flow of abundance and my financial independence. Thank you so much for helping me with having a stable, home, as well as money, and more than enough money in my bank account, and so that I felt like, so that I'm like liberated, whatever it is that comes up, just ask in that way as if it already happened. Okay, so I really highly recommend that you do that. You could do that tonight and then release that ceremoniously tomorrow night. Okay, so you could do it either, you could like go ahead and release it if you're around a body of water, like bury it, I guess, or you could, shred it and then release it there. Or if you have a little container that's fireproof, you can burn the paper and just release it, like imagine it going up to creator in the universe, and then just pretty much it's going to happen. Okay, so that's what I want you to try. Okay, you're welcome, brown brujita. Okay, so I think that's, if anybody else would like a card, let me know. If not, I'm going to go ahead and log off soon. And then I'll let you guys know for sure. I think we're going to do 8 p.m. Central Time next Monday. And I'll post it on YouTube. There's like a comments area where I could post things. And so you guys just click on my channel and then look and see what I have posted in there too. Yes, Brittany. It's supposed to upload. It takes a while for YouTube to upload this stuff, and then it'll be there, afterwards for you. I would give it like an hour or so if it doesn't post right away. Okay, so that you can come back and review your healing session. Okay, you're welcome, Brown Brujita. I hope it gets better, and it will get better. It will get better. Okay, we have to change our mindset. Things are gonna get better. Okay. Okay, Malik. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Let me know if I Malik. Let me know which one's correct. Felt like a wizard when I said Malik. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull a card for you. We're gonna do the archangels, okay? You're welcome, Brittany. Ooh. Okay, so you got Archangel Uriel. So clear cognizance. So this is knowing. Okay, knowing. You just know. Okay, and so Uriel is asking you to pay attention to anything. Okay, like anything that's making you feel doubtful, anything that's not being told to you directly, like red flags. Okay, so he's kind of like showing up in like this red color, like red flags. Okay, so anything about people that you are doubting, like you're kind of suspicious about, is really important for you to really look into. Like there's something that is proving itself to your intuition, because clear cognizance is an actual knowledge or knowing before things happen. Okay, so it's kind of like foresight, and so when you have these weird feelings about people, or when you have like something's going to happen, something different's going to happen, or my world is going to change somehow, then that's because the clear cognizance is actually active, really active in you. And even when it comes to like wisdom, like from within, like you have like this little voice saying things to you, and you're just like, where did that come from? Like I've heard of that before. That's because your strongest intuitive ability is that clear cognizance. Okay. So listen to that more closely. It's your inner voice, your inner guidance telling you, hey, let's look into this more closely. Let's pay attention to this because there's something off, or maybe this one is better, or, things like that. So if you have like this situation with people, especially you're talking to someone and you just know for a fact that they're lying to you, listen to that little somewhere out there. Anybody who resonates with pharaoh energy, maybe a past life as a pharaoh, there's your sign, I guess. Ooh. All right, so Neelam, I got the Four of Spring for you. So this is the equivalent of the Four of Wands. So this is all about gratitude, the attitude of gratitude, because you've gone so far from where you've been. It's kind of like recognizing all of your accomplishments because other people are doing the same. Okay, so it's time for you to celebrate, get a positive mindset going, because you're finally being recognized for all the work that you've done, and all the help that you've given other people, and just feeling like a deep sense of gratitude and peace that everything is turning out for the better. Okay. I know there's been difficult times and it's been really trying and testing for your motivation, especially for your optimism. But your guides are saying it's coming to a head. It's over soon. Okay. And the universe is finally giving you what you need and what you require. Okay. So just continue to have that positive mindset and positive outlook on your future, and know that you are truly appreciated, you are truly loved, and you are truly doing the best that you can for yourself and for others. Okay, so that's what I have for you. All right, you guys, that's all I have for today. Don't forget to catch me in next Mystic Mondays. I'll let you guys know, I'll post on YouTube what time I'm going to do that, as well as a link if you guys are interested in an energy healing. And then I am actually providing for the next time is the Galactic 3-card pull. So it's a galactic guidance, 3 cards for the beginning for pretty much like giving you information about your week ahead with the galactics. Okay. So that's all I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much again for being supportive, for subscribing to my channel, and for just being awesome. Okay. So happy full moon in Pisces. Make sure you do your Piscean full moon, rituals and things like that. Okay. It's highly, highly recommended that you do, and just have a wonderful rest of your time. Okay. So I love you guys so much. Bye-bye.